It's week 9 of the National Football League, and we'll see the Cowboys' rookie linebacker, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Cowboys and the Niners on Monday night.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night between the San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys. Brandon Gaudin, as always, joined by my good friend Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Niners in this matchup. Their offense is a unit that's not afraid to take chances out there, but not always for the better. What do you see them trying to do here?
I think they'll continue to take those chances, Brandon, but to me, they have to do it in a measured way. And what I mean by that, they can't just come into a game and throw caution to the wind and just say we're going to run a bunch of gadget plays, a lot of reverses, end arounds, all of those things. They've got to identify the spots where they want those plays to pay off, which means you have to set them up, and then when they present themselves, take full advantage.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The numbers for Zeke from last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big play here for Dallas. 49 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Prescott from the gun. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. A stop there on third. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on third down.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal. Elliott is in. Touchdown, Dallas. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 17 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
They put a lot of effort into game planning and establishing this ground game last week, and reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game wants to be established again this week.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. The Niners at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. Hey, Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
Play action now, Prescott. He finds his target, it's Schultz. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a first down.
A first down throw for Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Inside give to Elliott. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Prescott on 3rd and 2. And he's got his man on the out route. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and he's going to have it by plenty, able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
A first down carry by Elliott. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Now Elliott. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Again, it's Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Cowboys have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. That time a 9-play drive, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. Lance going to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game. It's certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Fielded just inside the 20. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense back out onto the field, and they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
10th carry now for Elliott. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. They go to Elliott again. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Batted by the safety, but caught anyway. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And right side, they're going to go option here. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Looking to throw. Prescott dancing to his, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Fans of old school football, they got to be loving this partner. All 3 drives so far have ended in a touchdown, and all 3 on the ground.
And when you say fans of old school football, count me in, because you just don't see ground games dominate the scoring by pounding the rock like this anymore. To me, this is refreshing.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And it is now 21-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was all capped off by Dak Prescott, keeping it and taking it in on the touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend, and Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Lance. And he fires one incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 43. Here's Lance to throw it. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. And let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Lance going to hold on to it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Mitchell. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. Lance looking to throw it. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers are able to cut into that deficit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. So far, been so good this season. Well on his way, as you see, to a 1,000-yard campaign. Is he almost having the type of year to where you say, let's let him get his and we'll control everything else?
That's one way to go about it. Personally, I go about it differently. I'm taking on the bully. I've got to, because he gives his team an identity and confidence. And if we slow him down, now guess what? Everyone starts looking at each other. Who's going to make the plays? Because he's made all the plays so far. So I have to go get him first. Build my defenses towards shutting him down.
Good luck. I mean, not many teams have been able to do it. We'll see. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Prescott now. That one complete to Elliott. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
And that's all about recognition right there, because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. He's been effective so far over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do. Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
First down, Prescott. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Nick Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Throwing now is Lance. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 37 yards. And the Niners are back within a score.
Brandon, they just got the ball, and already they're in the end zone, and you're getting ready to talk about the PAT. That was fast.
Gano now to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here, 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Prescott on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now the Cowboys are going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Working with a 2nd and 3. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Third and short yardage, Prescott. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
As a general manager, you're counting on your 1st and 2nd round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. Meanwhile, Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose, and boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys! Dalton Schultz as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime.
To me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for, they got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was the tight end Dalton Schultz on the touchdown reception to cap the drive. wanting to risk anything here late in the half. He'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A final shot before half for Lance. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, where it was the Eagles who were able to swoop in and get the road victory. Jalen Hurts, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. A field goal, the difference. 17-14, the final. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Aaron Rodgers, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Niners. And they did have some success running the football in those first 2 quarters. And that might be something they continue to work on as they try to get back in this game. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, we take a look there at the numbers for them running the football in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. The 49er offense set to go.